Hey, fellas, y'all want to put y'all headphones on?
Yeah, let's get to it, nigga.
All right, we already into it. Happy New Year and welcome to another episode of What's Your Point to Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Marcus. And as always, I'm joined by these two idiots. Fellas, introduce yourselves.
What's up, y'all? My name Ho. What's going on? Happy New.
Lardell Melvin, a.k.a. Tuck Murder, a.k.a. the star of the show.
Longest intro in podcast
Forever.
history,
You ain't gonna lie, man. You look like the Incredible Hulk and a leprechaun fucked and they had a baby.
Fuck out of here, nigga.
Fellas, what's going on, man? Happy New Year, bro. So
Happy
what's
New,
good with y'all,
nigga.
man?
How you, man? How y'all been, brothers? How y'all been?
Chilling, man. Feel good to be podcasting, man. So
Yes, we back,
man. So you know how we always start a New Year's off with the bullshit. Happy New Year, new me, new year, all that bullshit. You fellas got any new things y'all want to do? Change
Just
about
make
yourself?
more money. Just make more money. Make sure the brand do what it's supposed to do, and make sure this podcast do what it's supposed to do.
How about you, man? Any new things you're gonna discover about yourself, or is it the same shit?
Basically, same shit. Cut some more people off. 86, Team 86.
Team 86.
Team
Yeah,
86 all
definitely
the way.
cut niggas off though.
So you're gonna be on the island by yourself at some point in life.
Sometimes in the island is kind of good. When you vacation, you go to an island, right?
Okay, ask Gilligan. That nigga was trying to get back to mainland, bro.
That was Gilligan. Thornton Howell III. He was all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Thurston,
man.
excuse me. Thurston Howell III.
Yeah, Thurston Howard the third.
I guess so, man. I guess so. So, fellas, let me start by saying I just turned 46, so I celebrated a birthday since the last time we podcast.
Yes, sir.
And what did I do to celebrate my birthday? I went to the Garden. I saw Steph Curry pass the three-point, was it made, right, record?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most people I've ever seen in my life, man. I'm surprised I didn't get corona. I'm serious. It was that much people.
No mask?
No mask, bro. And at least half the Garden had fake vax cards, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Ain't that many niggas in New York vaccinated, bro.
Yeah. Facts.
You know what I mean? So it was a good time, man. It was a good time.
Good game, but Dolan, man, y'all niggas got to stop being cheap with the alcohol, though, bro. Shorty was disrespecting my cup. She was like,
For $20 a cup, bro.
On, Dolan, you making millions, bro. Pour some more Hennessy in my cup, beloved.
You know what I mean? So it was a good time, man. It was a good time. And speaking on sports, man, Kyrie, he's back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Nets, partial. They allow him to play doing road games. How you feel about that?
I mean, I feel he won.
Why you say that?
Because they wanted him to get vaccinated. He didn't get vaccinated, and he's still able to work part time. You know what I mean, on the weight games. So you know what I mean. He kind of won because at the end of the day, he's still getting paid. You feel me?
But how can he effectively help his team if he's not going to be playing any home games?
Well,
some of them home games might be important. They might be against potential
I
playoff
agree
teams.
with you,
You know?
but what I'm saying is, at first they didn't want him on the team.
Yeah.
Now they want him on the team. You understand what I'm saying?
But they need him on the team.
That's what I'm saying. So he took his stand. He took his stand, and he kind of won because now they went against what they originally said that they wasn't going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Which was you not if you're not vaccinated, you're not going to play at all. Now they said, fuck it, we'll take you on the road. Know what I'm saying? Instead of you not playing at all. You feel me? So
yeah, man.
I mean,
what you think? You think he won?
I don't think it's a win or loss type of thing. I just think a man has a right to make his own decision on when it comes to putting something in his body. And I don't think it's a win or loss. The jury's still out because, shit, he can go down the road, contract some new shit, then he died, and they're going to be like, yo, see, if he would have got vaccinated, this would have never happened. So is it really a win or a loss? We don't know until like maybe 20 years from now.
Who knows at this point, you know? And I really don't want to do every podcast, you know, talking about Corona. The shit is still here. Yeah. It just is what it is. But since we're talking about sports, your boy Antonio Brown, the Bucks let him go because homie just took off his jersey, started doing jumping jacks in the end zone. He chucked the peace sign to the crowd and he broke up out of there. Antonio Brown, mental health issues? What you think is going on with that dude, bro?
It's mental issues, and he a selfish player because he got mad because Brady didn't throw him no balls because he was paused. He gave it to Grunk. You know what I mean? So,
that's why he did what he did?
Yeah, he was saying that like, oh, you not Grunk is your man now? Oh, you and Grunk is back being friends? Because the week before that, he had targeted him 15 times.
I know he was trying to get him his money, right? He had a incentive in his contract,
so, you know,
right?
I mean, you know, he's one of them dudes. I think he got early stages of CTE. Because he reacts and does dumb shit, and then it's like.
But damn, Antonio Brown been hit upside the head that many times though to be having CTE, man.
The Burfitt hit when he was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that shit did. Yeah, it cleaned his clock,
and
bro.
they said from that day on, that nigga ain't been the same. So
Yeah, what you think, man? AB, he loony, or you just think, man, he's a selfish guy? CT,
I mean, I can't say he's selfish. I just think he has something ain't right upstairs.
Definitely, yeah.
It's like it's nothing. The littlest thing explodes with him.
Yeah.
Certain things you think about it. He got signed to the Patriots. Only thing he had to do is keep his mouth shut.
Facts.
He goes and start texting and threatening one of his accusers. And the only thing he had to do was just shut up.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't have an issue.
Then he threw the owner of the. Remember he had allegations for the massage parlor shit.
Yeah.
So, and what team he was on when the coach was having like a players only meeting and he put the shit on Facebook Live.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it might be.
That goes back to what Julio said. Ever since that hit, it's no things where a common sense thing. Think of everything that he did.
Yeah.
To affect him in a negative way. It was something simple. That's all he had to do. Think about it. He could have waited a couple of more days. He had a guaranteed $30-something million contract with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Only thing he had to do was a week or something like that. That's it. That's it. And it's something, when you see that, it's something wrong. That's not selfish. That means something is wrong.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
Tom Brady under the bus. And mind you, Tom Brady was
at that man's house.
Yeah, he was at that man's house.
Nigga saying, yo, Tom Brady only likes me because I'm a football player. No shit, nigga. No fucking shit.
Yeah, man. Well, at least he's coming out with a rap album.
This shit sucks.
I don't know, bro.
Stick to his day job because that Stuck in the Palace joint, Basuda, man.
Yeah. Well, fellas, it seemed like New York City is on some New Year, New Me shit because the city just recently got their new mayor and he's took over. The people voted him in, Eric Adams. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The first couple of weeks, I see OD cop cars on the street. So what y'all fellas think, man? You think Mayor Adams is gonna shake shit up, clean up the city?
I mean, it's still too early to tell. Y'all know when it comes to politics, I don't trust politicians. We just gonna have to play it by ear and see. He could be de Blasio and be a bozo, or he could be maybe something new. You know what I mean? You got to give him his chance, his 4 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And see what he does with the city. You know what I mean? It's up and down so far when it comes to him.
Yeah, what you think, man? You think he's the new change that New York City needs?
I think, as far as crime, his background was a police officer, black, protested against what we call police brutality against people of color. Then retired as a police captain. If you see how he grew up. Made his bones going up the ranks and stuff like that. So it's a guy who could sympathize with somebody who looks like us, but he also, this shit is out of hand. Yeah. But we got to hold ourselves accountable about what a lot of this stuff that's going on. This shit is crazy, man.
But look what happened. Him being in office, that shit in Brooklyn, he took down a big ass gang and shit.
But that basically was like a 2-year investigation.
No. Yeah,
even though his administration pulled the trigger, about sending them to go out there to go and take care of this and get this stuff done. So I'm not going to take that away from him and stuff like that. I feel more confident with him than I did with de Blasio.
Yeah. Well, I was reading something in the Times. The Manhattan DA, the newly appointed Manhattan DA, was he's kind of under some criticism because he's not gonna charge people or throw the book at them for their first-time offenses. And he's also not going to charge crimes like prostitution, hopping the turnstile, stuff like that. So do you guys agree that maybe we should take it lenient on first-time offenders, depending on the crime? Like, if you murder somebody the first time out, he's going to put your ass in jail.
You're supposed to get what you're supposed to get. But I feel like if you have to train or you got caught with a prostitute or whatever, it's, pay your fine or whatever you have to pay, fine them and pay your fine, and that's it. You know what I mean? And if you do it again, if you're a repeat offender, then, the shit get more drastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it. What you think? You think we should go easy on the first-time offenders, depending on, how the severity of the crime, non-violent crimes, that is?
I mean, everybody makes mistakes. So I don't have a problem about far as going easy on them, but they're not even going to prosecute the repeat offenders. So what's the use? Let's keep. This is a real show. Let's not sit there and start faking the shit.
Never.
Nobody endorses. Nobody sit there and go after fair beaters at all.
At all. And you pretty much, prostitution is pretty much legal at this point in New York City.
I mean, think about it. Why, if somebody wants to sell?
Yeah, and I'm not even. Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, I'm honestly. Yeah.
Now I'm not with. trafficking.
Young ladies and stuff like that.
girls
Yeah,
and
I'm not.
underage
That shit
boys
ain't
and
cool.
Stuff like that. Nah, or holding somebody to do something against their will. Now that's different.
Yeah,
But if she consents and she wants to sell some pussy,
yeah.
sell it.
Yeah, man. I understand what the DA is trying to do. You don't want to, throw a young kid's life away. Maybe because he made a mistake or did something he wasn't supposed to do. If it's non-violent, but I think it's a thin line to try to navigate that and put people back on the streets that maybe shouldn't. So we'll see how.
The only thing I could say when it comes to what's happening now, I kind of agree with trying to get these guns off the street because this shit like Iraq out here now.
Pretty much, man.
These young boys is flocking crazy.
Yeah.
It's just going crazy. So if we could minimize that more, we got more homicides than a motherfucker in New York, in the Bronx alone, bro.
I know, man. It's
we
crazy.
rival Chi-Town, bro.
I wouldn't go to that far.
Nah, I mean, they compare.
Chicago had like 800 last year.
All right, but we was right under that, bro.
Yeah, but
I was like 500.
500. We're thinking about it, man. They beat us by almost 300 murders, bro.
No, I know that.
But I feel what you're saying, though.
The Bronx, bro. Forget about.
Oh,
bro.
You mean just the Bronx?
Copy.
Copy.
bro.
Copy.
You know what I mean? 500 murders in the BX, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I feel you, man.
So I feel like we need to get more guns off the street, man.
Yeah, well, good luck to the new mayor, and I wish him well. All right, fellas, in hip hop news, Jim Jones was viral for a couple of reasons. The first one is because he said he learned how to tongue kiss, and the person who taught him how to tongue kiss was his mom. What do you think, fellas? Flag on the play or just a cool ass mom?
Me personally,
You not trying to tongue kiss
yeah,
your mom?
bro, I'm not trying. When niggas tell you who's the first girl you kiss, you say your mom's. Like that's kind of different for me. You know what I mean? I mean, to each their own, bro. You see parents sometimes kiss their kids on the mouth and shit like that.
I don't mind a kissing on the mouth, but
tongue kiss,
French kiss, come on, bro.
I mean,
that's more personal, man.
Some people first joiners they smoke with their parents, so maybe she was like, "Hey, I'd rather you learn from me."
Kissing, just imagine.
Come on, bro.
I don't want to name Mama Love, but just imagine.
Oh hell no!
Imagine you tongue kissing your mom, your first kiss.
Dog. Oh man, yo, you had to put me in a mental institution. I'd be so
how
fucked
you explain
up, bro.
That? Like, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Nah, man.
I mean, he a valid nigga. He making good music, so that's all good. That's a flag on the play for me.
Yeah, and the other reason why Jim, well, he wasn't in the news for this, but I was on his IG page and he said something and it kind of stuck out with me that is gonna transition us into our topic of generational wealth today. So it seems like a group of investors, Caucasian investors, got together and they bought some real estate up in Harlem. So Jim, being from Harlem, was like, why can't we get more people of color to put our money together, and buy things in our neighborhood and kind of have that wealth that you can leave to your kids, which transition us into today's topic of generational wealth. So fellas, do you feel like we're doing as much as we can as a community to, one, promote generational wealth or even talk about it? And can our kids learn something like that in the classrooms, or is it up to us as their parents to kind of put them onto game about assets, assets and real estate and things like that?
I mean, it starts at home. You have to teach your kids, the benefit of a dollar, all the ins and outs that you got to do. But when it comes to the us coming together to get something, a lot of motherfuckers scared money don't make money. Mm-hmm. A lot of niggas are scared to put money because they want to see the results right now and they don't think down longevity. My biggest mistake was when Harlem was not Harlem and it was still crackhead Harlem. Mm-hmm. And I had a chance to do a lottery to get a brownstone in Harlem.
Yeah, I remember those.
And I never jumped on it because I'm like, nah, you crazy crackhead. What happens? Clinton made his office over there. Yeah. Now that shit would have been worth $1 million, bro. Yeah. For me thinking like, nah, being afraid and just thinking like, nah, it's not going to do nothing instead of just investing the money. And if you take an L, you take an L. But
yeah,
you feel me? Like that, I think people don't take those chances, like to jump on the things. Like right now, us three, we go to Virginia. They got like 6 homes we could go buy. Mm-hmm. Motherfuckers be like, yo, everybody put $8,000 each. Yeah. You thinking about the $8,000 right now, not understanding that we get those 8 homes and we build them and we sell them, we gonna get $800,000. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that 8,000 was nothing. But you feel me? A lot of niggas live for now, and instead of thinking longevity, you know what I mean? They want the easy way. You know what I mean?
Or they think about buying those sneakers and those, and clothes and everything changes, but they don't know that, real estate is one of the few things that goes up in value.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
the majority of the time. So what's your thoughts on generational wealth?
I mean, I'm a big supporter of generational wealth. I believe in that. I think, you have to invest for the future. But a lot of kids, a lot of people never taught with this from their parents. Their parents didn't even know this. So when he makes the comment, maybe he's just really learning about this because he's been in the game on more than 20 years.
For sure.
250,000 on the neck and all that. That 250,000 could have bought a house. I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying he could have, like me, at a later age, just learning about this. Yeah. So once somebody taught me about doing it, I started taking advantage and started investing and buying homes myself.
Yeah. So, now I'm with you on that because I didn't know about this sort of stuff until I got, older and about, what's a portfolio and how to invest in the stock market and, you get yourself some bonds and, and things like that.
Like I'm into that and I'm trying to learn about that NFT joint. You know what I mean?
That's tricky. Well, I know it. Can you explain what an NFT is? I know it's a non-fungible token.
Yeah, like it's like a digital.
Would it be
like a picture or something like?
So it's like digital art.
Yeah, and then people just they put it up there and then niggas will buy it.
But is it like one of one? Because if you buy that, then you own that property.
Yeah, but the person that owns it gets money off of it also.
But why is it so valuable? Is it is it the demand of it that puts the value into
because
it?
Eminem brought some artwork from somebody, and that shit is worth $8 million.
8 million?
8 million, bro.
So what's the value? Is the art really worth it?
I think it's the art, bro. Honestly, I think it's the art because some people are doing NFTs like right now. We take a picture of us right here, and we put it as an NFT. Now the show blows up, motherfuckers will probably buy the first picture we ever took has "What's your point?" the podcast, and then that shit would generate whatever it generates. I'm still learning about this NFT shit, so I don't know about it, but I feel like that those these are things that in school they should teach our kids about stocks and all that shit. Like we talk about when we was doing the Dogecoin shit and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like these are things that kids need to learn about investments and, where to put your money at and learn more about, instead of the regular, go to work, make your money, spend your money.
Well, what I try to teach my kids now, because, they're seniors in high school and they're about to go into college. What I try to tell them is just because you go to college and you graduate college doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have a job, it doesn't mean your degree is going to get you the job you want. Exactly. So they need to start thinking about jobs of tomorrow, and they need to start thinking about how to generate other streams of income, just not, income from your job. So I always tell them I don't want them to have like a first apartment. I want them to have their first condo. I want their first piece of property, whatever it is, to be ownership. No. Because you never know when shit might get crazy. At least you have something that you can sell.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But let's say you're already set up, and you have your portfolios, you have your real estate, you have your stocks, you invest wisely, and you're a parent and you have your kids, but you and your kids might not be on the same page. Okay. Do you think you're owed to pass these things down to your children? Your wealth? Do you think just because they're, your kids that they just automatically get it? Or do you think the kids should have to, earn that? The reason I bring that up because I remember I was reading something where Dre's daughter was like, hey, listen, man, y'all give Dre props, but, he got me on the outs, And he was like, hold on, I did OD shit for this kid. She's just low-key a fuck-up. So do you think that your kids off deck should get that? Or should they work for it?
I got the bakery brand, you know what I mean? And if my daughters is not as adamant as I am when it comes to my business part, I'm not going to leave that to them. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's not what they was meant to do. There's a lot of people that they have these things and they give it off to the son that don't want to, don't want nothing to do with it, and the business fucks up.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you have to earn it. You have to prove to me that this means to you as much as it means to me.
Okay.
Feel me? Like, okay, your money that I leave you has your father. That's different than me just giving you a company that I built.
Okay.
You feel me? And I need you to put the same amount of blood, sweat, and tears into that shit for me to feel honest, to be like, all right, my daughter could run this for the next generation, then her kids could run it, and then it becomes a generational company. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it.
What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think, I don't believe in just automatically because you related to or you the offspring of somebody who did something successful that you automatically should get the prize at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at it. Look at the Lakers. You know, got the bus pass. He has some kids. He left Jeannie in charge of everything because he trusted her. She knew more about the business and she wasn't a fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying the other ones are fuck ups, but he had more confidence in her to make the decisions on the day-to-days when it comes to running the Lakers and the Laker brand.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to look at who shows interest in, one, the product that you're doing, whatever you're doing generational.
Yeah.
If you have multiple kids, you want all the kids to be rewarded, you
Mm-hmm.
know. One may be your side, you know. That's the main one who knows the business. Not saying she has more than the other one, but you just leave her in charge and let her know, give her the better way I can explain it. When my grandfather, when he was getting old, when he was older, he had owned property in North Carolina, and he never believed in leaving property to women because he felt like when your daughters get married, they take on the name of their husbands and
Mm-hmm.
their kids take on the name. And so he had sons, but he had one son he didn't trust far as he was going to be selfish with it. Then he had another son he just didn't trust at all that he might sell a property. He didn't want his property sold. So me and him had a great relationship. So he looked at me. He knew I was responsible, and he felt like, well, I'm going to leave this to you because this is yours. But if somebody needs somewhere to stay, you always let them stay there. But
Mm-hmm.
you're like the governor of that property. You don't.
Yeah.
So it stays in the family name. So he made a conscious decision just to maintain that property so it could bounce to the next generation. So he basically secured the property for 2 generations because he bounced past my father and bounced it to me. So now I'm stuck with the same decision, you know, that I'm going to have to make eventually, how I'm going to bounce it to the next generation and stuff. So.
Yeah, so how do you make that decision? Because, you know, Dr. Bus using an example, he could have said, well, I'm not giving Jenny shit. She posed nude in Playboy. So, you know, he took a gamble. So how do you know what the next move is? Because shit might not look like, damn, man, this person.
Well, he trusted
I'm
the son
definitely-
first. Remember, the son was
Nah, the son,
Nah.
GM. Was he in a GM or something?
yeah, but Jeannie's the president.
No, I know.
She was over him.
No, I know, but I'm saying she let him rock a little bit longer than he was supposed to. Remember, the Lakers was losing through them years, though.
Yeah, but she's the one who makes the decision.
No, I get what you're saying.
So that's
Yeah.
what we talking about. Who's the top dog?
Yeah,
right
but she
there.
was like you said, she was right there with her father. So her interest into what her father was doing when he was running the Lakers is the reason why he chose her over the other son. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so let me ask you something. Bakery blows up.
Yeah.
It's a multi-million-dollar company.
Mm-hmm.
Julio dies. It's going to be a sad day for human civilization when that happens. I'll be there at your funeral.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to leave the company to me.
Nah,
Who are you going to leave it to?
that I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know because none of my kids have shown any interest in doing what I'm doing.
Okay, so you said they haven't shown interest.
Yeah.
They have, right? Okay, cool. Have you tried to put them on, like, hey, listen, this is how I make my brand. This is
Yeah.
what goes into
that.
whatever.
I always tell my daughters, like, this is what I'm doing. Dad, I want to start a business. How do I start a business? I'm like, all right, you want to do this. Like, think about it. I started bakery. Niggas was like, yo, what's that?
Yeah.
I went and made hats. Know what I mean? Niggas thought it was about cookies and, nigga, that shit came from trapping. I was literally on the next tail telling we ain't going, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, bro, I'm at the bakery, the bread spot, money spot. That's where bakery come from. You know what I mean? We did that, and then, you know, I would wear shit. Niggas be like, yo, that's fly, bro.
Yeah.
Do my pop-up shop, sell out. You know what I mean? I literally got niggas wearing my shit. You go inside a spot, and they wear my shit.
Yeah.
So that made thing. Then I went from there. I sell weed.
Mm-hmm.
I opened a smoker's lounge. You know what I mean? I move my weed through there. I do security. I have my company. The whole thing is the brand is bakery. Music, bakery. Everything is bakery. My kids, none of them have interest in anything of those sorts, so I wouldn't say that. So I would say, like, my partner, which is my brother,
Okay.
I probably would let him,
Yeah.
like, you know, well, he's a partner.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Him, but, like, as far as the shares that go to me, I don't know who I'm going to leave that to. You know what I mean?
So at least it sounds like if he doesn't leave it to his children, he has a business partner. You know, God forbid he bites the bullet, right? Now, this property that granddad has given you, right? God forbid you bite the bullet. It'd be a sad day for human civilization when Lardell Melvin, a.k.a. Death Star, the show, boxing, passes away because he got hit by a car on his bicycle. I don't know. Just vision these things.
Why can't go out like
I see you going out in the most dramatic way. So anyway, this happens. You damn sure ain't gonna leave it to me, right?
You don't know that.
Who do you? Would you leave it to your kid?
Depends where we at. What kind of responsibility she shows. You don't necessarily. You can leave it to the kid, and they just don't really have say so on it. You understand what I mean? Like.
Explain that. Just don't leave that in open like that. Explain that. What do you mean?
Okay, Julio has the bakery. Let's say he owns, let's use my shop.
Okay.
I own 50% of Johnson Super Service, right? My partner owns the other 50%. Let's say he passed. God forbid. So now your next of kin is his daughter, right? So me and the daughter could be partners. She might not, I don't want to run that. But I say, all right, baby girl, I'll run it. I'll give you your piece. You're still a partner. We still is 50, but you just don't really have nothing to do with it. It's more of an investment that you have. So you just pass. You can still pass generation to generation.
Yeah, because maybe my daughter might not be enthused about it, but maybe my grandson or my granddaughter might be.
I never thought about that.
So
yeah,
I can leave it to them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my granddaughter is really into this shit, like I am. You know what? Let me leave this to my granddaughter to keep running it for me. You know what I mean? New era, new vision, you know what I mean? All that, you know what I'm saying? So, sometimes it may not be your kids, it may be your grandkids to live your legacy on, you know what I mean?
And that's what happened to my grandfather. It was, even though he didn't do nothing really with the property, but he was just maintaining and keeping it in the family. It's up to me if I want to do something with it or if I just want to hold it as property. Basically what you do, you want to give your kids, your offspring, a better opportunity than the one you have. And so, even like me, I like real estate. I always used to think, hear people say, if you like what you do, it ain't a job. I used to be like, that's full of shit. Anything I got to wake up is a job. But then real estate is not a job to me. That's something I like. That's for the first thing I ever did in my life besides music. That's the first thing that I really enjoy, look forward to try to do something, to try to make $1 and stuff like that. If my daughter's not interested in it, then I may still leave it to just have somebody as the overseer.
Okay.
So you just want to give them a better opportunity.
And let me ask you something. As a person who has, well, you just said it, so you're not going to mind me saying, as a person who has investment properties, why do you think more people of color, they don't seem to want to, get or deal with investment properties or dealing in real estate? Do you think it's because, one, most of us have poor credit? Do you think that it has some racial shit going on? Like, was it hard to get an investment property? Why do you think it seems that, Black and Hispanic people are always in the lower tier when it comes to getting investment property or owning real estate? I'm not saying we're going to get rich, but
it's a combination of all the above that you just said. Like say, for example, like with my grandfather, people don't understand, back in, I think, I'm going to say the 50s to the 60s, this was Brooklyn. And Bedford-Stuyvesant, you can look this up. Some with the building codes, they redlined a whole community. Okay. And made the property value shoot straight down.
What does redline mean? I know what it means, but I want you to explain.
Basically, they're saying this property, this is the slums, this one considers the slums, and this is the good part of town. Okay. And so the property, they tank the value of the property. It's tanked. It ain't worth, So they had to do that, and they overcame that. There's still a lot of people that own brownstones, and so then you got the opposite of gentrification, where they buy it, build it up, and now it's worth.
And we can't afford it.
You can't afford it.
Yes.
But the whole thing is, it's so much different angles you can go at. It goes into politics. It goes into who you vote, who sets these programs. There's a lot of programs for people to go out there for first-time home buyers, and 3% down, 3.5% down on a multifamily that you can buy and you can build the community up. You don't really own it if you don't own the community.
Yeah.
So think about it. If you would have held on to the houses and you was taught, think about by our parents, and they was taught by their parents, this passes down. This is income that passes down through generation. But it has to be taught. It don't automatically, like, it pops up. I didn't own a house until I was in my 40s.
So do you think generational wealth, you think is it real? Is it something that our community can have?
Us growing up, our parents just told us, go to work.
Yes, sir.
Make your money, pay your bills.
Agree.
And live like that. We was never given the avenues of, let's say, now if I have my daughters, I try to teach them, like, yo, learn about stocks.
Yeah.
Learn about investment.
Yeah.
Learn about, these are things that was not taught at my house.
Okay.
By my mother. All my mother knew how to do was get up, go to work, pay her bills, and have enough to give me when I wanted something. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like if for us to have generational wealth or that, it has to start somewhere. So like,
it has to start somewhere.
We have to instill it in our kids, so our kids can instill it in their kids, and their kids can instill it in their kids. Remember, my mother, our parents was just taught to work, make money, pay bills. That's it. You know what I mean?
No, I hear you on that. So, I was on Webster Avenue, Gun Hill. I'm driving by, and I see a whole bunch of brothers outside of what seems to be a bodega, right? So I said, damn, that's crazy. 2 days later, I drive by the same spot, Webster, Gun Hill, and them brothers is out there. And I look inside the store, and there's a whole bunch of brothers. And I said, holy shit, this is a corner store, a bodega, owned by a bunch of brothers. 46 years living in New York City, I've never seen a black, these dudes, not African Americans, bro. Black Americans own the store. So mind you, this is the first time I've ever seen something like this, right? Who owns most of the bodegas?
Well, the Ox now.
The Ox.
Who owns the Chinese food stores?
Chinese.
Even Africans come here and will get a market, right?
Yeah, they sell T-shirts and stuff.
You know,
they got their
right?
little...
So what is the difference between those communities coming over here and opening up these things? Because they're setting up their families for generational wealth. Exactly. But it seems like there's not enough. You don't see a lot of us, you know, in those situations.
Because there's no quick fix for that.
Okay.
You feel me? The Chinese person, he works in that store for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And when he develops whatever, they go open another Chinese store somewhere else. He leaves that spot. Just think about all the Chinese people, all the Chinese stores you go to, and you got a rapport going there. You used to see this certain person, and then when you go ask, oh, what's up with this dude? He's like, oh, nah, he's now in Brooklyn because he opened a new store over there.
Yeah,
that's what they teaching them. I mean, us as brothers, sometimes motherfuckers get funny when it come to money, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yo, let's invest in this.
Yeah,
because they want the rapid turnaround instead of thinking about the generational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, you thinking about putting that $8,000 down, knowing that $8,000 could turn into $8 million. But you so worried about giving that fucking $8,000 that you don't want to give that $8,000 because you're not gonna get that $8,000 back in a month.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's the problem we have when it comes from niggas getting together. It's like everybody could tell you, yo, let's go get houses together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I know some brothers that go to B-More. They bought a couple of homes.
Yeah,
3 of them niggas. They all put $5,000 or whatever. They were selling them shits. They fix them up and they selling it and they doing that. You tell your brothers, yo, let's go do the same thing. It's going to be some nigga. You might say yeah.
Yeah.
Tuck might say yeah, but our next man might say no.
So our Arab brothers, where are they getting this money from?
Oh, that's easy. It's not something that, it's not crazy. It's just like what Julio said. Let's say, for example, I come over here, I work, I may drive a cab. Me and Julio might share an apartment just to maintain, me, you, and Julio maintain this apartment where it only costing me $300 a month, and out of all our budget, I stack my money. I save up, get 40, 50,000. I'm investing in the store. People that look like us, we're gonna go buy the next hot car.
Yeah,
that depreciates as soon as you take it off the lot.
Yeah.
So now I go and buy a business, right?
Okay.
So I own a business in the African American community, right? People don't understand that we spend more money than any
I know
race.
Yes.
Any race, we spend the most money. Why you think they always in our neighborhoods?
We the poorest.
We're the poorest, yes, but we spend the most money.
And I saw something the other day. I saw this thing on IG. why, like, Shorty was like, why would I spend $10,000 on something when I don't got $10,000 in my bank account? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us go buy $20,000 watches.
Yes.
But still in a bedroom. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we got to make it make sense. Like, so we so used to like, yo, yeah, I got 80 grand on my neck, but do you got 80 grand in your bank account, my boy? It's different. It's a difference. That's, I think, the mentality, that's where it comes.
So do you think that, so not to cut you off, bro, but I like that point, so I want to kind of, build off of it. So do you think that's like generational fuckery of wealth? Like what we've been taught and teaching down the generations and the value of a dollar and what's more important.
You ain't valued a nigga that had the store on the corner. You valued a drug dealer that pulled up in that new Benz with the jewelry on his neck. That's what we looked at when we was growing up. Yeah. For us, we looked at somebody who had jewelry and considered that power, like watching Jordan or something. Yeah. We ain't analyzed the nigga that got that store. That store's been in our neighborhood for 20 years
and closed it at midnight and went home looking like a bum, smelling like bacon and. Then
his son took over.
Yes, sir.
Generational wealth they was making. You know what I'm saying? But we idolized the nigga that had the Bentley outside with the jewels on, the watch, the bitches, all that shit. That's what I mean. That's the hood mentality is always about. I want to be that nigga. I don't want to be a working nigga. I want to be the nigga that's always flossing. But they don't understand that even that man, that whatever he had to do, what he had to do to get that. You know what I mean?
So is that our fault? Is that because we're not taught? I mean, how do we break that? Why is it so easy for people from other countries to come over and obtain that, but not people that live here? You
start with your kids. You got to start with them. That's the best way to do it. Mm-hmm. You pass something to a generation, if you don't teach them, how they going to know?
And when you say teach them, give me an example. You have your kid, you're sitting them down. What would you teach them? What would you say?
All right, let's say, for example, if I was wise at the time when my daughter was young, 14, 15 years old, all right, the rent's coming in from the investment properties. Yeah. Show her the bank account. Show her what to do with it. Show how you pay the mortgage. Mm-hmm. Take the difference between the mortgage and the expenses that you accrued on under that, subtract that, and show this is what's left over. Mm-hmm. Baby girl, what would you do with this? I'll buy me some boots. Nah, put this away, let it stack up, and then you're going to get another one, and you're going to double that money. Yeah. But you got to start them young. Yeah. If you don't start them, if you don't teach them that right there, there's going to be the revolving door, like how we looked at it, idolizing the guys with the jewelry and stuff like that. You can get it once you plan it. He's going to jail. Yeah. Give yourself 10 years, 15 years. You're going to be looking like him, and you're going to have that for the rest of your life. If you follow my instruction, you have to show them. And if that's when you show them, they still might not be interested. You show me, then they can get a property manager. But I don't want to do that. Pay a property manager 10%. Yeah. They collect the rent for you. Yeah. Watch over the property, and they take out whatever money, the expenses right there. But they're running your property. That's an investment my father left for me, or my mother left for me, and I'm seeing revolving money every month. Yeah. But you have to teach the responsibility. You have to basically, only way it works is we have to maintain. We don't have a community. People always say the black community. How is a black community? You don't own shit. Yeah, I agree. How could that be your community? You don't own it.
I mean, literally.
Because they quick to support, like, all right, Nux is selling water for $1, right? Let's just say he's selling water for $1. Yo, bro, why you don't sell it for 50 cents? Yeah. Because niggas always want a hooker. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But they'll go downtown and spend $3 on the same water that he was spending when he was selling it to you for $1. Your price is your price, brother. That's it. That's when it come to clothes, niggas always want a deal. Like, yo, who? I'm like, bro, you go to Gucci and all these other stores. When you go to McDonald's, you can't negotiate the price on the number one, bro. Yeah. And niggas gonna look at you like, yo, damn, y'all can't take $2 off the Big Mac. You don't want a Big Mac then, bro. Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? That's the mentality. It's like the community always want to hook up when it's people in the community doing for them. You know what I mean?
Our generation. So do you think we're part to blame because we're
once you
our age we're like hip hop kids, right? And then the kids coming up underneath us is also hip hop kids. So when we,
See,
spoil
but we
them with
like
Jordans,
he said, he learned about real estate late. I learned about shit late.
me too. I learned about it
I
late,
let what was taught to me in my home,
which was
so
to
when-
get a good city job,
Yeah.
da da
You know what I
da,
mean?
all that.
So
yeah,
when
yeah.
I had the opportunity to get a brownstone, I said, nah, fuck out of here. That shit's a crackhead area.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because I was thinking minimal. I wasn't thinking, wait, the bigger picture. I was thinking like how we usually think right now.
Yeah, and I think any young person thinks right now
No,
because
that's
you
what I'm
think you're
saying.
gonna
Yeah.
live forever,
Yeah, exactly.
but then when you kind of get into your first, like, oh shit,
Shit,
yo,
yeah.
20 years,
Know
shit
what
could
I
get
mean?
real, So
Yeah.
now you value as you get. I mean, I think I can speak for y'all. As we get older, we value time and money more because
I agree.
you just can't waste it.
And that's another thing too, like, I'm saving for a rainy day or whatever. You die tomorrow, God forbid.
yeah,
Your kids is gonna spend that money however the fuck they want to spend it. So all that shit that you thought they're gonna spend it however they want. They probably get that five.
If you want to do it, you're going to do it. If you don't want to do it.
yeah.
Perfect example, what you're talking about. Remember we went bike riding? I caught the flat.
yeah.
We had to go to the bike shop.
Yeah.
Right? You brought whatever you bought from the bike shop. I bought the new inner tube and
Yeah.
everything like that. It was a Caucasian guy walks in.
Yeah.
And he wanted something. But remember our mutual friend, he was
Yeah.
like, you could just go to Amazon. You can get it for cheaper.
Yeah,
The guy
yeah.
said, no, I'd rather pay more money here to support the bike shop because
That's
if I buy it,
Yeah.
he's still going to stay in business and we're going to still be here. So I'd rather
Yeah.
spend more money just to maintain and keep the bike shop
Yeah.
here.
Well,
We don't think that way.
Honestly, Americans don't think that way because if you could buy some shit that's almost similar and it's cheaper and it's come from China, you're gonna fucking do it, and then you wonder why. Well, the fucking American goods. Well, your cheap ass don't want to pay for American goods, so
Well, you
know,
got
that's why a lot of it.
I mean, yeah, but then you have a lot of people who's adamant about. I used to do a bread route, and I try to make extra money, go to some store. How much you paying for your bread? The guy said, that's just usually an easy number. I'm paying 50 cents. I'm like, I can get you the bread 40 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? I'm going to buy it from him because I wasn't an A-rap. Not saying whatever, but I wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
So they're not going to buy it. They'd rather pay more money from the other guy, the
Yeah.
distributor, than buy it from me.
Yeah.
You understand?
And
So
and
just
we-
to maintain, to make sure that guy is going to be able to maintain to have some business, they rather buy right there. We don't do the same thing. You don't
No, we
support our own businesses. We don't support. Think about it. You don't see no soul food restaurants in anybody else's community. You don't see a Jamaican restaurant in Mars Park. You're not going to see that. But you will see a pizza shop. You'll see the Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always
And I don't want to make it, racial and tribal and none of that shit. But I just remember when you first opened the shop, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know me. I'm like, shit, my cousin got a shop. I'm happy. I'm telling everybody about the shop. And I'm handing out business cards. They was giving out business cards at the time. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, bro. When I would tell them, yo, man, my cousin got a shop. Oh, word? What's up? You give me the hookup?
Yeah, everybody wants a hookup.
I said, man, just go to the shop. Yo,
that's
I'm
my
telling
number
you, maybe 2 people that I told, yo, my cousin owns a shop.
Oh, you
Maybe 2 went to come by. To the point where he was like, man, just stop telling people, bro.
2 went. 1 brought some tires for me and took it to another shop to get it put on.
Come on, man.
Nah, that's how they
Come
do.
on, man. That's like me going to that. I call it a bodega. That's like me going to that bodega on Webster, right?
Yeah.
And be like, yo, let me buy some bread off you, but then I'm gonna go to the bodega and have them niggas make me a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on homie's bread. It's like, come, what are we doing here, bro? Let's just support, man. And we don't want to be divided, but I mean, if you see a person that looks like you, and you know this is generally something that you don't see it every day, I think you will want to support that,
Like
man.
people want hookers. So I like, my nigga, you know how much money I spend to make clothes, bro? So you think I'm gonna change myself because of you? Because if you don't want to buy it, like one time me and my brother, we had jackets coming out. I said, nigga, we charging niggas $150. Yo, bro, niggas ain't gonna pay $150. Then niggas ain't gonna have a jacket, bro. You know what I mean?
If you don't believe,
shit costs money, bro. It costs money to make, bro. That shit is not $2, my nigga. We paying money for this, bro.
yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
But they'll spend $500
Exactly.
on somebody that
Somebody
don't.
else's. They go Louis Vuitton, they go somewhere else, and they'll spend $500 there. It costs money to make clothes, bro. It costs money to do merch, bro. So I understand that I have to make my money back from the money that I invested in making these clothes, bro. You know what I mean?
man. Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. So, what do you think about the younger generation, the kids coming up after us? Do you think they'll have it better. I think they might, because they're privy to information way faster than we were when we were coming up. So when they go on TikTok or Instagram or whatever fuck, they see there's different ways of making money, like crypto. Hell, my son is 17 and he was talking to me about real estate investments. So just me, seeing my kids and the shit they talk about, I think they get it because they understand that. Yeah. There's really, especially with COVID, and it shows you how shit is not really guaranteed. So you might want to pull in streams of income from somewhere else.
That's one thing, not to cut you off. That's one thing that COVID taught me. Motherfuckers got on their hustle, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't never seen so many people make dinners, plates.
Doing this, all that.
Yeah.
Niggas was getting to it. Like,
yeah.
That shit ain't stopped.
I was like, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they got it better. If you just look at the entertainment and record business, right? There used to be big labels that you don't really see them now. People launching their own careers.
Yep.
Everything is instant, like Spock said. It's instant, right
put
there.
The music
right
on TuneCore.
All you need is this, my friend.
Yeah,
so
put the music on TuneCore and that's it.
So you got all these streams of ways of making money and stuff like that, but it still doesn't matter if you don't own your community. If everybody's taking your dollars, the dollar's supposed to be able to think about it. I think China takes 60 days in Chinatown for that dollar to leave that community. It takes us, it's 6 minutes. It's out of there. 6 minutes. When you go to buy something, 6 minutes.
Yep.
I'm not knocking them. I'm just stating the
just
facts.
the
I'm not
facts.
making it a
stats.
racial thing, but it's the facts.
Yeah.
We don't support each other, and
No.
and that's what happens. So what ends up happening, certain of us get knowledge, and we go with the knowledge, and we start doing these things, start doing investments. Or he think he all that. It's the crab in the barrel type shit. So
and also, you get the people that they know the way, but they don't want to show nobody else how to get there.
That's sucker
You know
shit.
That's also
that's sucker shit. There's one thing I can say about this man to my right. He puts me on the game. Now he could tell you more than none. He's gonna put everybody on the game if you ask him for the game. But then he can also tell you a lot of people ain't gonna wanna, fulfill those steps.
Scared money don't make money, bro.
A lot of he can
tell
you.
Put your money into something, bro. You ain't never gonna see
he'll tell you.
Business, the first six.
I went step by step with a guy. I'm not gonna say his name. Step by step. Yo, Mel, hook me up, man. I see you doing this. What I gotta do? My credit is good. All right. I got X amount of dollars. This is steps. I'm right there. My what you call it? My debt to income ratio is real low. All right, go buy the house. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. I ain't speak to him 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, yo, I gotta show you something. I go to the job in the parking lot of the job. He shows me the brand new car. Yo, you like this, right? You like this? I thought you was buying the house. I know, man, but I just couldn't resist. I got this for a great deal, man. It's not even new. It's used. And I'm like, bro.
And it's used. That's even worse.
That, like I said, he not thinking long term. He was thinking.
Because generational wealth is more than just money. Generational wealth is information. Yeah. And the more we share information, pass it on.
Passing on what you learned.
Exactly.
Your son and daughter don't make those same mistakes you did.
Yes, sir. So depending on how you use that, you can listen, man. I'm not saying you're gonna be fucking Elon Musk, right? But what I've learned is that if you can do something where you're not dependent on that paycheck every goddamn week or bi-weekly, and you can generate other streams of incomes. Then why not go for it, man? I see you work, you got your regular job, you got your clothing, you got your security, I mean, you gotta applaud that type of stuff that you're doing.
When I first did it, niggas was like, yo, don't do that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would I not do that?
Yeah, but mind you,
I took the chance.
And when you first started, you didn't even have your group. You was the security.
Yeah, exactly.
Most people's not even being the security.
So I started something,
exactly.
And I gave other people opportunity to make money with me. You know what I mean? That's what a boss do. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be afraid. Like I say, I always say, scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
I invested $2,000 in my security company. Boom, I put that money down. I pay insurance for that shit. I went, I picked up 3-4 accounts. Know what I mean? I got guards everywhere. If I ain't take that chance, I had mad niggas telling me, yo, bro, don't do that. You know how much money that? Nah, my nigga. Because all that money that I just spent, I make double that now, bro.
And if you base every decision on money, and the spending of it,
exactly,
then you're going in a circle, champ. You're never going to accomplish anything.
Leap, bro.
You got to forget the money. Yeah. Take the leap, because the money's going to be the reward after what you put out. You understand what I'm saying? So forget about that money, champ. It's like if people go, oh yeah, man, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, doing. I don't want to put it all on camera, but I'm making certain moves and I'm taking a step back, right? Now, if I tell people what it is, they're gonna be like, why the fuck would you do that? Because I'm thinking of the bigger picture, bro. Forget money. Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable, bro. Sometimes you got to sacrifice some shit.
I'm not satisfied, bro.
Sometimes you might not look cool while doing that shit.
My mind works, bro. You not rich unless you got 6 streams of income coming in. That's what I generate in my mind every time. I'm nowhere near 6 incomes.
Nobody at this table.
I got three. You know what I mean?
So
you feel me? I got 3. I need 3 more. And I need more after that.
You better than most. Some got none.
What I mean? Nah, that's what I'm saying.
So that's like I said. At the end of the day, you can tell people, give them a blueprint, but for some reason, psychologically, we got this slave mentality. It's still that's where it comes from. Just think about everything. Like I said, you look at Mars Park. Mars Park, when we used to go to the studio, we used to go to Beat Lab. That was Italian neighborhood right there.
Mm-hmm.
They had seen it transform into now they call it Little Yemen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super facts.
Got their own meat market.
Yes, they do.
Barbershops.
Yes, they do.
Clubs.
Yes, they do.
Restaurants.
Yes, they do.
Everything. They self liquor store. Everything is their shit.
That's what we need to do.
That's what we need to do.
Yeah, we say that, right? We say that.
We say that.
We say that, but it goes back to the guy that said, let me show you something in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows me a used car. So this is what we deal with. I just learned, I just do me. If I can help you along the way, I'm more than welcome to drop some knowledge to you and stuff like that, but it's not going to happen. We're not going to see it in our life.
Look at me. I wanted to get a chain. I was gonna get a big ass iced out chain, pay like $15,000 for it.
I'm glad you didn't do that.
Nah, but what I told myself that, you know what? Let me fix my credit. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get my credit up, because that's more important than wearing a $15. Because what the fuck I'm gonna do with a $15 chain on if my credit's at 4 something, bro? Yeah. I got to make it make sense. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the mentality. That's the thing that we have. We like your man. You gave him the blueprint. Go get, like right now he could have had 2 of them cars.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he was so thirsty that he went to the lot and said, yo, let me get that right now, because he wasn't invested in the long run. Niggas want the shortcut. Not everybody has that story where I just started rapping a year ago and I made it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some niggas been rapping 20 years, nigga. You feel me?
Yeah. And he's still paying what the value of that car was when he bought it.
Exactly.
And if he was to put that car on a lot right now and sell it, it's not even close to the value it was when he got it.
You pay 20.
So,
say you pay 20 grand for a
there's
crib.
that part
you
too.
Fix it up. Now you resell it. You sell it for 105.
So that's the mentality that we this is a real show. We're gonna tell the real. So when you say the real, you gotta tell the good and the bad.
No,
now, some guys, I'm gonna be honest with you.
It ain't for everybody.
Let me be honest with you. I could talk to a Spanish guy. I can drop knowledge. Boom, they done. They did it. I got a guy. I told him. Taught him everything. He did it within 2 months. Boom. Found the house, bought a house, and he good. You tell somebody black, oh my goodness.
Because they think about the now, bro. That's all.
No, well,
Not everyone.
True. But I also think that maybe, and tell me if I'm wrong, fellas, I think maybe sometimes our people think that these simple things that are really not that hard to obtain, they think maybe it is hard, and maybe it's an obstacle, and maybe it's because we've been taught that these things are unreachable.
You have to break the cycle.
Know?
The black guy had more money. He had more money than the Puerto Rican guy. The black guy I was working with first, he had more money than the Puerto Rican guy. He goes, I'm working step by step. His credit was good.
Mm-hmm.
He had the money. He was one step. Just all he had to do was go find the house. He had to find a house. Puerto Rican guy, he had some money. I showed him where he can borrow some money. I mean, not borrow, but take some money from another account and put that there.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you sure it's gonna work, man? You know what, I'm gonna do it because I trust you, man. I'm gonna do this right. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Hooked him up with the lender. He went everything I did to the step. He even used the same lawyer as me, everything.
Yeah.
And he got the house. He loved it. He loves it. It one of the best moves.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He loves it.
But the other guy went and bought a new used car.
A new used car.
A new used car. He don't even look at. He can't even look me. Who? That happened 2 years ago. He don't even look me in the eye. He tries to avoid me, bro. That's you. You know what I mean? That's you.
Yeah, you know, and we talk about community, and like you said, because there's a good side to it, but there's a bad side to it. And the truth is, you can't share knowledge with everybody, and everybody's not gonna come along for the ride.
I mean, you know,
it's just,
if it's 100 people in the room and you get 5 to follow it, you did your job, bro.
Shit, if you get one,
yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
If you get one, I remember this guy. You know, I'm not saying what I do for a living is, you know, like fucking building, you know, spaceships or anything, but you know, it's a good way to earn a living. You know, if you don't have a college degree or anything like that. And I remember him talking to me about it, and I told him the steps that he needed to do to obtain said job. And he's one of those, yeah, niggas. Oh, yeah, I'm on it.
You're not on it.
7 years, not even. 10 years later, he's still not on it.
Yeah, he could have been.
He could, you know, so you know, because we all think we're going to be young, man. You close your eyes, the next thing you know, you're almost 50. So the shit goes by very quickly, fellas. All right, fellas. We're going to wrap today's show up with, what's up? We still doing Point of the Day?
Yeah, always.
It's been a minute. I don't even know how to host the show anymore, man. All right, so we're going to do the Point of the Day and wrap it up. I'm going to start with this man to my right. What's your point of the day, sir? Here we go. Every time he does that smirk, some shit is about to happen, bro. Some evil shit is about to happen.
Nah, bro. I'm a nice guy, man. I want to see everybody win. But like I said, the point of the day, black people are our worst enemies. We don't support each other. And until we support each other, until we understand that we need each other to go to the next level to compete, we're all going to lose. Well, not all of us, but as a race, we're going to lose. So my point of the day is, do you. Don't worry about everybody else. Just do you.
Sir?
My point of the day is basically this. If I'm selling you something, accept the price that I'm selling it to you for. Don't try to negotiate my price. It's not going to happen. Stop negotiating prices with people when they're selling you stuff, especially us in the black community, Hispanic community. Now, I mean, respect that, because you can't go to Gucci and negotiate the price on the belt. You can't go to McDonald's and fight for the number 4, and you want to lower it down. So if you ain't got the money, just don't buy the merch. That's it.
Okay. My point of the day is that we're living in good times, man. Well, living in some trippy times, but when I say we're living in good times, meaning that we have more information available to us at such a speed, it's disgusting. So there's no reason why we should walk around like we don't know shit. There's, you know, so as much as we're all on social media, especially the younger people, and you're on your fucking TikTok and your IG looking at fucking niggas doing dumbass dances and fucking dunking the ball on their moms or dumb shit like that. You know, use the tools that you have available to learn how to set yourself up for the future. You know, learn about crypto, man. Learn about real estate. Learn about, you know, how to make money other ways than what has been taught to you, which is go to school, get a 4-year degree. Maybe you might get the job, you know, and maybe you might owe $80,000 in student loans. So I think what I want to say, my point of the day is just, you know, use your information and use it wisely. And that's it. Fellas, man, good first show back for the new year, man. We're going to do this again or no?
Yes, we are, my brother.
Oh, yeah, we coming back?
Yes, sir.
2023, bro.
2023. I see you guys there. Don't forget you can catch us on IG at What's Your Point the Podcast _ Is there underscore or no underscore?
What's Your Point the Podcast, YouTube. Subscribe to our channel.
Please hit that like button, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. We promise we're going to be more consistent this year.
Yes.
Okay, so on behalf of me, him, and him, thank you very much.